Vande Simpumapatim Suragurum Vande Jagatkaranam Vande Pannagabhushanam Shashidharam Vande Vasunam Patim Vande Surya Shashankavanninayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Shivam Shankaram. Friends, the goal is to become a karma yogi. Since we are born as human beings, since we lead a life of actions, activities, work, we have to rise to the position of a karma yogi. When I say karma yoga, we must be very clear about it. Karma is action. Everybody at every time is engaged in action. Actions are unavoidable. They are indispensable. They are inevitable. Every movement of ours is an action. These actions are broadly of two categories. Number one, involuntary action. Two, voluntary action. What is involuntary action? Involuntary action is that activity for which there is no application of mind. For example, I breathe. Breathing is taking place. I don't make any effort. It's automatic. It's mechanical. It's involuntary. It does take place whether I think, apply my mind or not. It is constantly taking place since my birth. Similarly, the blood circulation, pulsation, and also the heartbeat, these activities are involuntary activities. Actions taking place mechanically, automatically, without my effort strain. That is involuntary action. Voluntary action. Morning, prayer hall, in Mangal Mandir, I must go, sit, take part in Gita recitation, listen to the talk. Afterwards, I go to the breakfast and I eat. This is to be done with effort. You have to wake up, you have to brush your teeth, you have to make yourself fit. You come, sit in a particular posture, and then recite in a particular tune, listen. All this requires an application of the mind. While applying the mind, we are either sincere or insincere. Voluntary actions again can be broadly categorized into three. Sri Krishna tells them karma, akarma, vikarma. Karma is action performed with shraddha. I must be in the prayer hall at 7:15. Therefore, I make necessary planning, necessary preparation, and adjust the time. I am very sincere. I come, take my seat at a particular place by 7:15. Carefully follow what is projected on the screen. carefully listen to what is being recited and carefully repeat what is recited, there is a Shraddha in it. And every action, while cooking, sincerely you cook. While dancing, there is a Shraddha. While speaking, there is a Shraddha. While being engaged in a profession of a teacher, there is a Shraddha. We prepare the lessons, go to the class. How am I to speak to the above average students? How am I to come down to this level of an average student? How am I still come down to the below average student? How can I keep them alert? How can I take them along with me? What joke I should make? How can I make them wakeful? With all meticulous planning, with all sincerity, with all Shraddha, I plan what I am going to speak. I do plan what I am going to perform in a dance. Every profession, there is sincerity, and that is maybe with expectation, it may be without an expectation. If I go to the prayer hall, if I recite the Bhagavad Gita, people say there is punya, there is merit, there is swarga. I will go there. I will live with Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. I will have the benefit. I will go to Mount Kailas. I will be with Rambha, Urvasi, Manaka, Tilottama after my death. I continue to have the pleasures of the body there also in Swarga. Some expectation. Sincerity is there, but there is expectation. We are very sincere teachers. We are all very sincere listeners. We are all very sincere dancers, singers, cooks, various professions. There is nothing lacking in Shraddha. Very sincerely we perform our duties. But it is with an expectation of the fruit. It is with an expectation of recognition. People should look to me. They must listen to me. They must praise me. They must appreciate me. A boy falls in love with a girl. Very sincerely he falls in love. Very sincerely he writes the love letter. Very sincerely he composes the poem. Very sincerely he marries. What for? The comfort, for the pleasure, for the expected love from the girl. There is an expectation. Almost all our duties, all our professions, we do perform sincerely with an expectation of the fruit, that is the ordinary man. There is akarma. This is karma. Akarma is Mangal Mandir, who will go there? Boy. Prayer, these people in winter season, they don't allow us to sleep for some more time. We shall go slowly, don't worry. Why 7:15? First 15 minutes it's a botheration, somebody will sing. Then anyhow I don't understand what is being recited. What if I go at 7:15 or 7:20 or 7:25? There is no punishment. There is no recognition. There is no benefit. Nobody will appreciate me. There is no money being paid to me for the sincerity. Why should I go there? Let me go slowly. And then somebody is speaking, let him speak. Let me lean against a wall and sleep as comfortably as possible. This is all lethargic. We do the duty, but without interest in it, without any sincerity, without any Shraddha. We do it, but without Shraddha. This is akarma. If possible, I run away from it. I escape it. I withdraw from it. I enjoy the laziness of it, escapism of it, This is akarma. 99% of the people work or don't work because of the recognition or because of the fear. If I don't do, somebody may mark absent. It is for that I come. Otherwise, if there is no attendance, I won't come at all. If there is no fear of punishment, I won't take part at all. By nature, I want to sleep, I want to avoid, I want to escape, I want to run away, I want to be idle. This is akarma, not doing. Not doing with sincerity. And even though I am not doing with sincerity, I expect the fruit. I am not sincere. I expect the fruit. I am sincere. I expect the fruit. When the boy who is very sincere is getting the marks, I am also present in the Mangal Mandir. I am also taking part in the recitation. I am also listening. I am not at all sincere, but I want the attendance. We want the fruit, whether it is we are sincere or insincere, karma or akarma, we want the fruits, selfishness. If the sincere person expects the fruit, okay, we can understand. If the insincere person also expects the fruit, it is something abominable. But still, there are people like that. 3. Vikarma. Vikarma is mischievously doing the work. I don't do it, I don't allow others to do it. I am bad, I make others bad. And having come here, not taking part in the holy work, I look at the girl whom I love. I write a love letter to her in the prayer hall. Or I take the pen and pencil and draw the picture of the girl I like. Or the person, the teacher, a mimicry, a mockery, a parody. The face of the speaker like a monkey. The face of the speaker like a horse, like a donkey. We find these boys in our colleges. Sincere students, they come listen to the lesson. Insincere students, they come, look at and they sleep with the eyes open. The karma people, they come to the mischief. They are neither sincere nor insincere, but actively bad. Such people are called people of vikarma, unrighteous work. I will just give a small example. Let me take the example of a teacher. School, college, university, anywhere. I can take any example. You have enough intelligence to apply this example to each profession. A sincere teacher, tomorrow morning, BA class, Shakespeare drama, Merchant of Venice, Portia character, I have to teach. I prepare till late in the night. Who is Portia? How she has become the very great heroine? What are her virtues? How she is resourceful? Wonderfully, point after point, I prepare the lesson and I try to impress upon the students the grand qualities of Portia or any other subject to that matter. One full hour, 60 minutes. I try to make my lesson very much intelligible, very much interesting, very much impressive. This is a sincere teacher. At the end of the month, he will take the salary and go. Every day he does it. Maybe a cook, maybe a dancer, everything. Whatever may be the salary, he does not bother. That is a sincere teacher. Planning very well, performing very well, teaching very well. Insincere teacher, 10 o'clock class. Slowly at 10 o'clock he starts from his room. And then he will take 15 to 10, 12 minutes or 20 minutes to come from his room to the lecture hall. On the way he will be talking to X, Y, Z. No preparation at all. And having gone to the lecture hall there, my dear students, when I was in Germany, when I was in Japan, when I was in England, all Swaya Purana. Absolutely no subject is taught. Physics is not taught, mathematics is not taught. As far as possible, subject is not spoken at all. All selfish interests, all whiling away the time, all jokes, he will do that. But he is afraid that students may make a complaint. Therefore, here and there, now and then, he will speak some physics principles, he will speak some chemistry principles, he will speak of some subject, only to make a show of it. Basically, he is an escapist. He does not want to do any work at all. And even before the bell is given at 11 o'clock, my dear students, it is enough for today. I have an urgent work. We shall do it tomorrow. He will run away. An insincere teacher. He wants the salary. He wants the recognition. He wants his students to appreciate him. But he does not want to put in the effort. He does not want to be very good person of Shraddha. He is of no use to the student community. He does not explain at all. Maybe a wife, maybe a cook, maybe a dancer, any profession. First, sincere teacher of Shraddha, karma, but with expectation of a fruit, with expectation of recognition, etc. Insincere teacher, not doing the duty properly, in a lethargic way, in a way of escapism, he does his duty, not at all impressively, but he expects his fruits. Akarma. Third, vikarma. He comes, takes the class, for about 10 to 15 minutes, wonderfully he lectures on physics and chemistry, whatever may be the subject. He wants his students to know that he is a man of stuff, knowledge. And at one stage, my dear students, if you want to know the subtler details of physics, come to my room. I have an tuition center in the evening, 5 to 6. I take whatever I want. You come and talk to me. He has to impress upon the students. He is not insincere. He is sincere. Sincere to exploit. Sincere to be corrupt, sincere to deceive, sincere to aggrandize, sincere to have the personal extraordinary benefit, and that is vikarma, that is unrighteous. You may have to tell a few lies for that. You may have to overdo certain times. You may have to create an image that you are an international professor. All those foul things, unfair things will be resorted to, and that is vikarma. Karma can be broadly categorized into two: involuntary, voluntary. Voluntary actions can be divided into three: karma, sincere, but with expectation of a fruit; insincere, but with expectation of a fruit; vikarma, unrighteous action, not dharmic action, but a part of it is sincere, sincerity to exploit, sincerity to deceive people. Unless you win the hearts, you cannot deceive. You pretend to be good, you pretend to be kind, you pretend to be loving, you pretend to be faithful, so that you can win the girl. You can marry her, you can deceive her, you can cheat her, you can exploit the society. This is vikarma. Three types of voluntary action. Further example, while doing this, we find the three categories again. There is a huge temple under construction. So many rock, stone cutters are needed to make the brick. make the statues, to make the wonderful sculpture. And these people are cutting the stone with a hammer, etc. Now, a press reporter has come. Number one, A. He goes to him. He just waits. The stone cutter is engaged with all concentration. He does not know the arrival of the press reporter. He continues to do his work with all meticulous shraddha. After some time, he notices the presence of the press reporter. After the duty hours, he will talk. Yes, sir, you have come. What is the purpose? What can I do for you? My friend, I came here about 4 to 5 hours ago. You are engaged with all concentration, with all shraddha. Do you like this job? Don't you like this job? What is the question? He will say, I am engrossed in it. I am absolutely not unhappy. I am very happy doing my job. Do you have some benefit? Some benefit. At the end of the day, they will pay me wages. I will take the money, give it to my home. I have a complete satisfaction in cutting the stone. Very good, sir. The press reporter has collected all the data and he has gone to the next fellow. That fellow is cutting the stone. Now and then he smokes a bidi. And he is talking to the next fellow. Sometimes he relaxes. Sometimes he sleeps. Sometimes he sits back. And the press reporter has come. What are you doing, sir? It is my fate. When I was a young boy, my mother, father asked me to study. I never cared for them. I became only a person to cut the stones. I hate this work. But there is no alternative. I know no other work. I have to feed my belly. I have to search for my livelihood. Therefore, it is my fate, karma, in the wrong sense. I am insincerely doing it. Do you go elsewhere? If anybody gives me money, I am prepared to go. But do you improve your work? Everywhere, the same work I will do. I want the salaries. Insincere. Next, another person. He says, he is very sincere, cuts the stone. He asks the neighbor, how is it? Wonderful. Press reporter has come. How is the stone cutting? How is the how is the sculpture making? Excellent. Can you get me a better place where I can get more money? They are giving me only 1,000 rupees to be a yoga teacher here. If you give me some 5,000 rupees elsewhere, I am ready to go. If I speak here, they give me only 10 rupees. Give me a chance to speak in US, I will get $10,000. I am interested in my work. I perform it with all sincerity, but I want to exploit my job. I would like to be a person to make more money out of my job. One fellow, most contented. Second, not at all contented, insincere performance. The third fellow, he wants to run away for a better chance, always searching for greener pastures. These are the three people. The fellow is corrupt. The karma is a sincerity to exploit the society, to exploit everybody. From this state, we have to go to karma yoga. First thing, let us be righteous. Vikarma you avoid. Do perform your work. Don't try to exploit the opportunity given to you. God has given me an opportunity to speak. Speech making or oration is a blessing from God. This I must use for the benefit of others. With all shraddha, I learn yoga. With all Shraddha, I practice yoga. With all Shraddha, I teach yoga. I am not a person to exploit yoga for any selfish purpose. That is, first get rid of vikarma. Then akarma, sin insincerely. Whatever I do, let me do it sincerely. Even the smallest work, let me do with all Shraddha. Sweeping the ground with Shraddha. No leaf will be left, no dust will be left. Everywhere, meticulously spick and span maintenance I do. Whether it is dance or music or teaching or cooking or anything, I will do it with all Shraddha. Avoid that akarma. Then you come to the final stage, karma. We do perform it with all Shraddha. And then there is that interest to get some money at the end of the month. There is nothing wrong in it. Ordinary people are very sincere. They want to work only for the salaries which are promised. That also at one stage stops. Your Shraddha will eclipse the fruit of action. You are so sincere that you don't think of the benefits of your sincerity. And that highest stage of sincerity, you will become involuntary. Involuntarily we become good speakers. Involuntarily we become good cooks. Involuntarily we become good yogis. Whatever action we perform, there is no strain in it. Easy to perform. Breathing is not strenuous. Heartbeat is not strenuous. Similarly, cooking is not strenuous. Serving is not strenuous. No strain in it. No effort in it. Spontaneously you do it. Be a yogi. And then be a good teacher, be a good performer. Mechanically I perform the good actions. Mechanically I become very sincere. My words are truthful. My actions are faithful. And my whole existence is useful. I become truthful. I become useful. And I become faithful, all involuntarily. A tree mechanically draws the carbohydrates, minerals, sunlight, water, everything is done involuntarily. Involuntarily it produces the fruit, and involuntarily the fruit is dropped and the fruit is taken by somebody. Involuntarily the sun shines, gives light and it is beneficial to society. Involuntarily the wind blows, gives oxygen for our breathing. Involuntarily the river flows and it serves the lands, it irrigates, it is useful for cultivation. Just as all the 5 elements are involuntarily useful to the society, a cow is involuntarily useful to the society, a river is involuntarily useful to the society, the sun's light is involuntarily useful to the society mechanically. All our actions with ultimate Shraddha are useful to society without expecting any fruit. For example, I am walking on the streets in Bangalore. I am very familiar with the topography of Bangalore city. I know which place is where, which road takes where. Some newcomer has come. He stops his car. He makes an inquiry. Sir, to go to Bannerghatta, how am I to go? I immediately respond to him. Sir, please go straight, turn to the left, turn to the right, and you will proceed further for about 15 kilometers. You will reach Bannerghatta. Involuntarily you speak truth. Involuntarily you are faithful. Involuntarily you are useful and you don't expect any benefit from him. You just tell him, give him direction, right, left, proceed, etc. You are not asking him for 10 rupees or 15 rupees. You don't say, because you are asking him a question, because I am going to give you the reply. Pay me 10 rupees, then only I will give you. Pay me 100 rupees. We don't exploit the situation. Involuntarily the nature is useful to man. Involuntarily the human being will be useful to the society without expecting any fruit. Actions, when they become involuntary at the final stage, karma should become karma yoga. Vikarma should be dropped. Akarma should be dispensed with. Karma should be elevated to the position of a yoga. Then all our actions are an offering. All the reactions are a blessing. I live. Living is an offering. I speak. Speech is an offering at the feet of the Almighty. And I get criticism. I get admiration. Blessings. When you go to the temple, you give a coconut. You may not get the same coconut back. It may be a smaller one, it may be a larger one. When you offer yourself, you don't go along with the offering is over. And prasada is given. It may be sweet, it may be sour, the liquid may be smelling foul, it may be very, very fragrant. Whatever may be the reaction, whatever may be the blessing, you accept it with reverence, with shraddha, with respect, with love, with devotion. Any action is an offering at the feet of the Almighty. Any action is for the service of the humanity. Mechanically, I become, involuntarily I become truthful, faithful and useful, and every reaction finally will be a blessing from the great Almighty. Jivitam, life is an arpanam. Arpanam means offering. A karma yogi offers his all. His body is at the disposal of the society, mind is at the disposal of the society, intellect is at the disposal of the society. In the society he finds the Almighty. At the feet of the Almighty he offers himself. A karma yogi is like Anjaneya. He offered in the perfect state at the feet of Sri Ram. Never expected any benefit from him. Sri Krishna Paramatma is a kingmaker, highly talented. Still, he has placed himself at the disposal of the society. Recently, we find Swami Vivekananda, an excellent performer of Karma Yoga, an exponent of Karma Yoga. That ideal person, Sri Krishna, is to be meditated upon. Like that Karma Yoga, here, the mother of Dr. Nagendra has been. She has been silently useful to everybody. Like a mother, she is loving. She is of tremendous patience, very sincere in her work. That great lady, at the ripe old age, passed away yesterday, and let us now meditate on the great Sri Krishna as Karma Yogi. And in the recent yesterday, the great lady has passed away, another great Karma Yogi. May we now meditate on them to invoke the blessings of Lord Krishna on the departed soul, Dr. Nagendra's mother. Now let's meditate.